Hello everyone, Scratch Your Head here, and today I'm going to talk about the looks category. This is episode 3 of the Scratch Fundamentals series. This series is structured in layers, so go watch episode 1 and 2 if you haven't already. The looks category lets you interact with your sprites. There are some options right over here, so you can change your sprite even without code. Here is the name of your sprite. You want to name your sprite to something relevant. This is the X position and Y position. You can always change them like we did in motion. You can also change them right here directly. Here is the show, so you can either see it or not see it. Pretty simple. The size allows you to change the size of the cat. So if I do 200, we can get a big cat. If we do 50, we can get a smaller cat. And the direction allows you to change how it faces. It gives you a convenient little wheel here which lets you rotate it on the spot and see how everything looks. You can also change the left and right, so it's pretty simple right here. So you can change that rotation style right from the get-go. And don't rotate just doesn't rotate at all. Here in these top few bars allow you to have the code, right? And then the costumes. The costumes let you set like the various images. So right now, the cat has defaulted to the standing still image and the walk image. And if we try to program it like that, we can actually make the cat run using these blocks of code. The sounds will be covered in a future video, but you can upload sounds and also play them in your project. Let's move on to the actual blocks. The first block is say hello, or say anything for that matter. When you want to say something, you have to enter this block. So you can say anything, like I love coding. And then you can enter how much time you'll say it for. So if I hit this, he'll say I love coding. And that's absolutely right, cat. And you can combine this with other blocks, like the motion blocks we covered in the last video. So you can make it move forward and then say I love coding. The next block is say hello without the 2 seconds. So if you just want the cat to say hello without having like any timer to it, you can just say hello forever. And that can be useful at the end of a project or anytime you just want him to say it forever. Then there's a think. It's the same thing as say, except instead of having the speech bubble, you have the thought bubble. This is better for like showing that the cat is thinking, like he's thinking for 2 seconds. You have the thought bubble right here. And the same thing is for think. So it's just really changes the type of bubble that shows. The next one is switch costume. Switch costume right here allows you to switch the costume from whatever you've created. So you can have your cat A or cat B, or if you make a new sprite, you can have those different costumes you have. So right now I can switch to cat B and switch it to cat A. And so that means that when you take something like this, you can actually make like an animation. So using the next costume button, it'll just do next costume. If you make a lot of frames, and if I click this consistently, I can actually make it seem like it's walking. So then if I, let's say, do something like change X by 10, it actually looks like the cat is walking. Nice job, cat. Let's go back to 0, 0. And let's keep moving on. Switch backdrop. Now backdrop is the background of your image. So you want to go right here in this right-hand corner where you change the backdrop, and you can add your own code to the backdrop, but you cannot change the motion of the backdrop. Backdrop allows you to make like an image or something in the background. Let's make a simple, like a sky blue background. We can take a square right here, and we don't want an outline, so we can turn off the outline. The tool editor gives you a lot of opportunities and abilities to build things that you want. Let's keep that blue, and let's add a good square. Let's make it grass, and let's add a little bit of grass here. Now that's our grass. Now let's move this cat right down here. And now we can change the backdrop to backdrop 1 Or we can even change it to a different backdrop. So if I made another backdrop, which is, let's duplicate it by right-clicking it. And this backdrop will have, let's make this sky a red. And so now we can change the backdrop to either or we like. Let's make it backdrop 1 for the sky blue. And the same thing that you can do with next costume, you can also do with backdrop. So you can do next backdrop. So you can make a sky shifting color swap thing. And that's pretty interesting. You can change the backdrop. You can also make an animation using backdrops if you don't want to use sprites. And there's a lot of opportunities what you can build in Scratch. The next one is change size by 10. Now this is basically the size of the cat or the sprite you're working with, except you can change the size by 10. So if I keep clicking it, I can change the size by 10. You can also change by negative numbers, which let you make the cat smaller and smaller. Set size to 100%. 100% is what the cat started as. You can set to different percents, maybe like it's half the size, and then you can set it to 200%, which will make it twice the size of its original. And you can use this to just upscale things without having to press the change size and try to go for less accurate measurements. You can just set the size. The next one is change color effect. Now there's a lot of different effects you have here. Let's start with change color effect. You can change the color of the cat, and you can change it by a variable amount, whichever one you want. So if I change it by 15, and let's run this little code over here, now let's stack it together. It will move X by 10, change color effect by 15, and next costume. So if I do this, it's a walking cat that changes color. Interesting. Instead of color, how about we try the next one? The next one can be fisheye. Fisheye makes the cat pop out a bit if you fisheye the cat, and eventually the cat will kind of look a bit unusual. We have officially turned this cat into a balloon. And let's turn him back. I think I like the original cat a bit more. And if we wanted to change it by a little bit more, because it's going to take a while to get it back to the original position, let's change by 100. And then if you change by a bit too much, you kind of get a lot of lines. Let's do the next one, which is clear graphic effects, just so we can get the cat back to normal. After fisheye, there's whirl, which you can change. Let's change by 25. And he's spinning. So you can get a cat spiral. But I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to do that on a cat. You could do that on any, like maybe a shape or something like that. Pixelate, it's exactly how it sounds. It turns your cat kind of pixely. I don't know, maybe you wanted to create like an 8-bit sprite or something like that to use your cat or something like that. If you wanted to maybe make like an 8-bit platformer, or just like make something pixelate into the distance. Mosaic makes your cats split into many, many pieces, all while taking the same amount of space. So you can get lots and lots and lots of cats. And it starts looking like a square after a while. Brightness changes your brightness, so your cat can become brighter, it can become darker, useful for a paint editor, all what's worth it. You can make your cat darker as well. Now we have a dark cat. The final one is ghost. Now ghost effect makes your cat hide a bit. Like if you wanted to hide your cat or make it more like ghost-like, just for the occasion, let's try a ghost here. So we choose a sprite, and let's search up ghost, and let's put in the ghost. So now we have a ghost right here. And why don't we just give it the ghost effect? So it looks a little bit more ghost-like. There we go. And now we have our kind of ghost-like ghost. And you can also change your ghost effect by 100, just to make it disappear. But this is different from hiding your cat, because it has different, like, collision. If you're in the sensing category, something can't touch it if it's hiding, but it can touch it if it is ghosted, if it's a ghost. So you sometimes want to use the ghost effect to make it like an invisible wall or something like that. The next few are pretty simple. There's show and hide, show and hide. One makes it show, one makes it hide. Pretty simple. Now that we got that out of the way, we got layers. Now layers have quite a few things to it. You have, if you create multiple sprites, let's put the ghost on top of the cat. And let's make this ghost effect let's reset the graphic effects just so we can see the ghost a bit better. Now, the ghost is on top of the cat, but I don't want that. I want the cat to be on top of the ghost. So I can make the cat go to the front layer, and the ghost will automatically go to the back layer. Now, if I create another sprite, let's just duplicate the ghosts. Now we have 3 ghosts, and the cat is sandwiched between the 2 ghosts. So we can put the ghost at the back. We can move it to the front or the back. Let's move both ghosts at the front. So now there's 2 ghosts on top of the cat. And there's also the back layer, so let's move one of them to the back of the cat. Now we have the cat sandwiched between the ghosts once more. The next one is go forward and go backward, one or as many you like layers. This is basically just go to front, go to back, except you can customize it a bit more. So if I want the cat to go forward, it can go forward. If I want the cat to go backward and be sandwiched again, we can have backward. The next few blocks are circle blocks, the ones that we talked about last video. They are you can put them in different blocks and use them for different purposes as well. Costume number. You can use the costume number as a variable so that you can make it go forward or you can turn in degrees by the costume number. You may not want to do this most likely, but you can. And that's the customizability of Scratch. So since this is costume 2, it would move 2 steps. And you can put these in anything, but usually when you want to do costume number, you could do something like this. Switch costume, or switch backdrop to costume number, switch costume to costume number, or switch costume to costume number +1, which we'll cover in the future. You can change the costume number, you can make it go to next costume, and there's many different things you can do with these blocks. Backdrop number also as well. You can also do backdrop name, so you can use if conditionals, like if backdrop name is this, then it will do this. Like if the backdrop is red, then it will show a sunset or something like that. There's a lot of opportunities and different possibilities you can do with these things. And size. Now size is a variable that is the current size of that character. So you can use this in conditionals like if size is equal to 200, then say I'm a big cat or something like that. And there's many different ways you can use this size block as well. And that's all the blocks in the looks category.